Have you ever thought of what it was like to run a social media marketing agency, or what it looks like for a successful agency owner? All right, so we're gonna show you what it looks like in today's video. We get a lot of requests from you guys asking, what does it look like to run your day, Jordan? So we're gonna show you here in this video. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back everybody. Jordan Steen, aka Serial Entrepreneur here, and like I mentioned in the beginning in this video, we're going to teach you a little bit about what it looks like to run a social media marketing agency. But before we go into that, if this is your first time watching our channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and then the notification bell, so that way you can get updates to all the cool content that we produce, the free trainings, free courses, all of that cool stuff. So starting a business can be pretty scary, actually. I mean, I remember the first time I started a business and it kind of freaked me out too. The cool thing is for you guys, it doesn't have to be as scary because I've taken the time to put together a super cool checklist on what you need to start a social media marketing agency on the right foot. So make sure you stay tuned and we'll give you access to that checklist towards the end of this video. The reason behind starting your social media marketing agency is different really for every single person. It could be maybe you want to be a business owner, maybe you just don't want to work for another person, you don't want to work a 9-to-5 typical job, maybe you've just always known you were going to be an entrepreneur. But when it comes down to it, you have to know the principles that are going to guide your business in the right direction. So if you need, and you're a new marketing agency owner, click this up here in the top right hand corner and we'll show you the 6 steps to make sure that you get started the right way. Google, turn off my alarm. Hey Google, turn off my alarm. Alright guys, sorry I had to put some pants on. Obviously I didn't want you guys seeing me without any pants, but let's go ahead and get into what we're going to talk about today. I know I'm a little red first off, so yeah, I went to the river yesterday. We have this really cool river that we call the Hooch. It's the Chattahoochee here in Georgia. And we go shoot the hooch, which is basically where you go tubing. So I got a little sun, but no worries, I'll be tan in a couple of days. Basically, what I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I get this question a lot, or I get this request a lot, is you guys want to see what I do on a day-to-day basis, right? What types of things I do to set my day up right, so that way I run a successful day. Really, because that's the ultimate goal. Each day you're trying to have a successful day. You want to get enough work done to where you feel accomplished with your business. So in this video, that's what we're going to talk about. So let's take you through a little bit of my day. All right, so I don't know about you guys, but I like coffee in the morning. So that's the first thing we're going to be doing today. Show is making some coffee. All right, so now that I have basically a cereal bar and my coffee, first thing that I like to do in the morning is pretty much just start going through my messages that I get, my emails, for about 30 minutes. So it's gonna be from here till about 7:45-ish. I'll check my emails and messages that I receive from you guys overnight, check notifications, just make sure everything's really going okay, everything's running smoothly. Check messages from any people on my team that might need help with getting work created. You know, like this week we have some people on vacation, so, you know, I have to take over some of their tasks. So guys, it's not always, you know, just, you know, living the dream. Sometimes you actually have to do work, and that's what a lot of you, you know, kind of are misled about, is the fact that you don't have to work very hard. Well, you do have to work hard. You have to be committed. So that's why we have my laptop here, we get my coffee, we get my cereal bar, and we get a little bit of work done all at the same time. So that's what we're gonna do here. Obviously, you're not gonna wanna watch me do this for 45 minutes, but we'll shoot forward to the next part. Whoa, that's some hot coffee. So, a lot of you don't know this, but I actually have a child. Would you like to see my child? There's my child. So every morning I have to feed him and take him out too. So that's what we're gonna do now. Taking him out. Oh God. So this is my backyard. It looks atrocious right now because the mowers haven't come. But, sorry, I guess. Alright, the mowers haven't come, so the yard, the grass is everywhere, but you guys can see we got a nice big yard. We got a nice big yard. And Chipper, well, Chipper is a hunting dog, so he's probably looking for a squirrel or a rabbit right now. Anyways, we'll shoot forward here in a second. We're going to show you through the studio and some of the stuff that we do in there every day. Alright, so now we're showered. Alright guys, so we're coming down and we are in the studio. So I will show you guys really quickly. Sorry, I hit my weights there. I'll show you guys really quickly. Alright, so essentially in the studio, all we have really, I mean, it's not too complicated. All we have is some lighting setups. You can see that there. We've got this light here. And we've got that light there. And then we just got a bunch of office supplies, printer. Up there, you can see is, if I get out of the way, that's the workboard for some of the mini projects we're doing. We have a lot of projects that we're running at one time, whether it's between, you know, serial entrepreneur or one of my clients, or, you know, creating something with another influencer, whatever it may be. We have a ton of projects that we work out, and this is where all that magic happens. Outside of that, the last thing I guess I could show you is my computer setup, which I recommend you guys get something like this as well. Let me see here. There we go. The dual monitor setup. It's just better for getting work done. You'll notice how much your increases. If you get yourself two screens, like you can see right here, it's not that difficult to set up either, but you'll notice your outputs start to increase because you have multiple locations to have things going as opposed to one little laptop screen. And if you only have a laptop, you can still do this. You just buy a docking station, two monitors, and then hook it up, and then you have two screens to work from. So anyways, it's just a little bit about the studio. Just wanted to show you guys that really quick. So let's get into the next part of my day. All right guys, so now that I'm basically done with all of my morning routine stuff, I've basically, you know, taken a shower, I've gotten, you know, some coffee and some food, I've done, you know, all of the morning checkup stuff. It's roughly about 9-ish right now, like about 9 o'clock right now, almost 9. And so what we have to do now is really just start getting into working with my team. So this is where I will usually, and today's Monday, so it's kind of different from every other day. And that's one thing I want you guys to understand is every day is a little bit different. The key to really running a successful day is making sure that you're planning. I talk about this so much in a bunch of my content that I put together about how important planning really is for your agency and for just your business, not just your agency, but your business too. You have to have things planned out. That's why you can see this little board right over here. You know, we use that wall just to manage projects. We also have Asana, which we just released a video on using Asana for your team. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about when I'm talking about working with my team, check in the top right hand corner up here and we'll show you that video about using Asana and how to really make it work to get the most out of the money that you're making from your clients. But basically guys, it comes down to planning. And so that's why in the morning, especially on Mondays, the first thing that I like to do is reach out to my team, see if they had any issues over the weekend, because a lot of them do work on the weekends, you know, as well. I'm working on the weekends a lot of the time, so you know they're working on the weekends, so I like to make sure that you know I didn't miss anything from this weekend. We have our weekly meetings, so like with my content creator, me and Jeffrey, he's my creative director. He and I are going to have a call here shortly that will go over all of his content that he's created. He does outlines and scripts. Later on today, I'll probably talk with my video editor to make sure he has all the videos for ads that we're creating, for photos that he may need, you know, just stuff like that. I'll talk to my copywriter to make sure that she has everything she needs with regards to making sure all of our posts are taken care of for the next, you know, 2 weeks. Really, we like to do at least 2 weeks out, no less than 2 weeks out. So we do a kind of a review of all of the copy for the next 2 weeks. I give her suggestions. She makes revisions or changes. We go over different strategies that I need her to start implementing or changes to her operational workflow. So really, it's about you understanding, okay, you have to recognize where issues exist in your business, and that's what you're trying to do. You're basically a problem solver at all times. You find the issues that exist, whether it be with your labor, whether it be with not having clients or getting, you know, content created, whatever it may be, you're the one who basically guides that entire process. And so that's why, you know, we have these meetings every single week with my team to make sure that they're on the right track and they're really moving the needle with regards to making sure that our content is improving, but not only that, getting us leads and getting us sales. All right, guys, so now I've basically talked to all of my, you know, team members, everyone who does, okay, so I'll kind of break it down for you how today went. Because we're towards the end of the day now and we're going to start wrapping things up. It's around 5:30 right now. We're going to go probably today till about 7 o'clock. And then I'm going to get some dinner, just take a little break for about an hour, maybe 2 hours, and then I'll probably come back down and do some basically set up for tomorrow, because that's the other key, guys. You have to understand that you don't just set up today, you have to plan for tomorrow as well. You're always planning for the future. So that being said, tonight I should plan for my tomorrow. So it takes 5 minutes, guys, seriously, 5 minutes to say, okay, what am I going to do? Oops, sorry. It takes 5 minutes, guys, to say, what am I going to do tomorrow? And then you plan it out. You get at least an idea. And this is what will motivate me when I wake up tomorrow. A lot of people ask me, they say, Jordan, how do you stay motivated and continue to work so much? Well, it's not that I, necessarily just work harder than everybody else, or I'm more motivated to work than anybody. It's the fact that when I set up a routine and I know what I have to do every single day, it makes it really simple to come down and finish what I have to do, because I know what I need to check off that list that day. So if you're finding yourself struggling getting things done for your agency, or just not getting enough time in the day, then the biggest thing you need to do is look at some of my other planning videos. We have tons of planning videos. You can check those out at my channel. Make sure you do that. Start blocking off your day with time blocks, making sure that you're doing, at least some things on a day-to-day basis the same way. So you won't do everything the same every single day, but you should have some tasks that you do every day that are the same. Okay. And that can be different. Every Monday you do these tasks. Every Tuesday you do these tasks. So what I recommend is, if you guys are in the beginning stages, for a lot of you new agency owners, you're not going to have to worry about a lot of the high-end, or not high-end, but high-level management too soon. You have to work yourself up to that. So your job in the beginning is just to start doing two things. Number one, start getting clients. That's your biggest focus. You should be going out. Stop worrying about your website, your social media pages, all of that. Go out and get clients. The second thing that you should be doing once you start getting those clients is start building your team as soon as possible. And the reason why is because you should not be managing social media posts. You should not be writing blog articles, editing videos, editing photos, posting things to platforms. That is not your job. I mean, unless you don't plan to scale to $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month, then don't worry about it. You don't necessarily need to outsource as much. But if you're trying to get to the $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 per month business, then you have to start building a team. And that's the reason why, is because you need to spend your time focusing on areas that are revenue generating, right? They build revenue, or they add value to the company, right? If you're posting, yes, it's getting work done, which in the long term adds value, but that's not adding more sales and more growth right now. So focus on getting clients, then focus on building your team so you can focus on the money-making aspects of your business. Oh, and one last thing. If you want that agency checklist that I mentioned in the beginning of this video, all you have to do is click in the description below, and there will be a little part about that checklist, and yeah, just click sign up, and then boom, it's all yours. So let's give a recap for those of you who are watching, so that way you have an idea of really what I did today, and then what I plan to do to set up tomorrow for success. So essentially, what I did today was, it was Monday, so we looked at things that happened over the weekend. We responded to some emails roughly for about 45 minutes. And some messages. I get messages throughout the day, but I try to take care of those towards the end of the day if I can. I have someone who responds to some of the other messages, so that's how that kind of works. We had meetings with all of our team members. So we started with our creative director, talked about content. We talked to our copywriter today, so that way she had any information that she needed to know. We talked to our blog article writer, so that way she could get updates on new blog content coming up for the next month. We talked to our designer, so that way he knew what projects he needed to stay working on. We talked to our scheduler, so that way she was aware of all of the different changes that we needed to make to our scheduling for content coming up in the next couple of weeks. And then we reached out to some of our clients just to make sure, really I like to do it at least once a week just to touch base and even just say, hey, hope you had a good weekend. Is there anything that we can do? Do you have any new photos or video you can send over to me? Anything like that? Did you notice anything from this week? Just asking questions really about their marketing to make them feel comfortable. We followed up with them a little bit. After we followed up with them, we really just finished up some ads that I'm creating. So I did some serial entrepreneur stuff. Mondays, I like to spend the first half of the day working with my team, making sure that the overall picture is working well. Then the second half of the day, I like to work on just serial entrepreneur stuff. So I shoot video, we create ads, stuff like that. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. And then tomorrow, all I'm going to do is I've already created it out. Well, I've already done this, so I won't have to take you through the process. But essentially, I know that tomorrow I'm going to come in. Tomorrow's a heavy shoot day. I'm going to shoot probably 4 to 5 YouTube videos. I'll probably work with my creative director again to go over some outlines that he's created for video scripts. So we'll put that together. It's Tuesday. So we'll also we'll be finishing up some ads. I'm working on a website development two website development projects, one for me, one for a client. So we'll be finishing up some stuff on the web development projects. And then the last thing that I'll be doing is basically building some more email campaigns for some funnels that we have coming up here in the very near future. So that's kind of it. I mean, we just know what we have to do tomorrow. We'll probably add a couple of other small things in, and then we'll execute. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope that this was super helpful for you in kind of getting the big picture of what it looks like to be an agency owner. It's a little different when you're at the newer stages than where I'm at right now. But eventually the goal is to work up to this point, so it's nice to see what it kind of looks like. All right, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I mean, really, that's the thing, guys. There isn't a big secret. That's what I want you guys to understand. There is no secret to how what I do in my day. It's just the difference between having a plan and not having a plan that's going to set your agency up for success. Every single day needs to be planned out. Every single action needs to be thought out and strategized to make sure that you get the best results for your agency. It's really not that difficult. You should start early, get enough rest, make sure you're eating right, exercising right, make sure that you are, building your team instead of just trying to manage all of the work yourself, and understand that the faster you're able to grow that team, the more money you're going to be able to generate for your business and for your agency. So if you like this video, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up so that way other people can check out what it looks like to be a marketing agency owner. Last thing I want you to do is if you have any questions about being an agency owner, or if there's a part of my day that maybe I didn't cover that you would like to see me cover, leave it in the comments section below and we'll try to put together another video about that, or at the very least I can answer that question for you. Last but not least, make sure that if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner, then hit that notification bell so you can get updates to all of the free content, free trainings, free courses that we give away here at Serial Entrepreneur Academy. When we hit the 10K mark, we're actually going to be 10K subscribers. We're actually going to be giving away a free digital marketing course. We might even give away a free personal branding course. So the quicker you guys get me there, the quicker we'll be able to give you guys some more cool free stuff. All right, everybody, so I'm gonna get out of here. Until next time, Serial Entrepreneur out. Ready to start living the 6-figure work wherever, be your own boss lifestyle? Well, at Serial Entrepreneur Academy, we'll teach you how to use a laptop and internet to start your own social media and digital marketing agency. Get started with our free Facebook ads training. Links in the description below, guys. See you in the course. Serial Entrepreneur out.